Alright folks, thanks for watching. This is going to be just a regular video. I'm not going to worry about any edits or anything, so I'm going to try to go through the process without a lot of lag or anything like that. Hope you like the camera angle. You can see the kitty in the back here messing around. But I just saw a different camera angle and I thought I'd try it on my end, and I think it looks spectacular. You should be able to see guitar stuff for a good while. We're going to leave it here and see how it does. But I'm going to take you directly to my screen because what's going to go on now, what's going to be happening is I'm going to be showing you a little tip about using Melodyne, some little tips about using Melodyne. If you're not familiar with it, I've got Melodyne Essentials, which came free with, I think, one of the versions of Traction T versions that I had. I used Traction Waveform as a DAW, digital audio workstation, and back when they had T5 or T6 maybe, when you bought the bundle, you get like Melodyne Essentials, which is $99 value for free, and I've had it ever since. And you might want to use this for some of your guitar parts. Usually use this for vocals, but I'm using it on my guitar part. Now, why would you do that instead of going back and retaking everything? Well, at the time, I was using, I don't know if you can see that, but I was using my Ibanez Zebrawood guitar here. Model name is, I think, RGEW521MZW. I was using this guitar, and it has some tuning issues that I have yet to conquer, even with locking tuners. So I was having some tuning issues while I was recording a brand new solo that I've just been doing as a solo challenge in a little guitar group I'm a part of. And the tuning issues were just kind of nagging at me. And I decided to go back instead of redoing all the stuff, since it was kind of a difficult solo in the first place and I haven't really mastered it yet. I just wanted to get it down. And I decided to go ahead and just tune the guitar parts that were a little out. They were off by maybe a cent, if that. So I was going to go back and do that. I've already done that with the overdrive guitar, and I didn't realize I should have just went ahead and done it with the dry guitar because then I can reamp it. Well, now if I try to reamp it, it's not going to work. It's not going to sound right. I'm going to have to retune it anyway. So I'll just take you through the process of how I'm doing that, okay? So let's go to my screen here. Yes, you should be able to see that. Now, this is the solo that I've got. I haven't named it or anything like that, but just to give you a little bit of an idea of what it sounds like. Here's the lead guitar. Got the bass, the rhythm tracked, hard left, hard right, and some drums from NT Power Drum Kit, which I love, drum kit. Love NT Power Drum Kit 2. It is a free plug-in, and it sounds amazing. Okay, so this is what I use on a lot of my stuff, and this is Traction Waveform Pro version 12. By the time you see this video, this will have released. I'm not at liberty to disclose anything about Waveform yet, but that's why I'm waiting for it to actually release before I show this video. All right, so let's go and you can hear what this sounds like, and I'll show you kind of what I've done already and what we're going about to do. Okay, now this has not been mixed fully yet. I've just recorded this. I'd like to put down an organ part using Traction's Collective. Got my little MIDI keyboard over here. Probably can't see it in the shot, but it's over here next to my Helix for now anyway. And let me just show you what I kind of did. I tried to do this. Now, the way to do this in Traction, if you already have Melodyne, is you click the track, and you'll come down here and click on Stretch in the control panel. It may be hidden. If it is, you just click over here on the bottom left-hand corner, and that little arrow will expand everything. This is kind of like your properties area, okay? The way Traction works is you have your menus over here, your property area, and your transport window here. Master bus is kind of like right here. And then basically here's your inputs going into the track, and all the plugins you'll need are on the right-hand side. That's the way it's always worked. I love the workflow. I use it quite a bit for music creation. So the way to do Melodyne is you click a clip, come down here to where it says Stretch in the properties, and you'll click Melodyne. Well, I'm having problems that when I do that, let me just show you what happens. A Melodyne button will come up, and you'll press it, and then immediately a Melodyne comes up, and you can kind of look at the separation and everything, how it works. Well, when I was doing this earlier, I'm going to go ahead and take that back to no stretching. I actually have the tracks hidden over here. If you'll go to the Find, this is the not the Finder, the browser window. I've got a hotkey to the letter B. I think that's a standard default hotkey. And you can go to tracks, and you can see the tracks that I have hidden. Well, here's the original lead solo. As you can tell, I've got it named here original. The Melodyne one is this one. And if I go in here and click on Melodyne, you should be able to see a difference here. Everything's in a straight line, okay? Now, what I found, I'll have to work around this. This may be another way to do this. I'm not sure. Seems like I've been able to make it work before. I don't know. I've tried using this and moving notes around as I needed them to be moved around, but that always seems to affect the timing a little bit. There's issues with timing. It'll speed up and slow down, things like that. And I just move them where I need them. But so I don't know exactly what to do to get this to recognize like it did in the other one. The reason it did, I'm going to go ahead and take that off. The reason it did in this one is because I'd already used Melodyne outside of Traction as a standalone, kind of program. You can do that. And I decided to go ahead and tweak everything and then render it out and then import that back in. So this is the original audio with the takes, and I've got that hidden and it's muted so that I won't hear it. I'm going to hide that again. And now this one is the actual version. So if I put Melodyne on it now, since it's showing all these individual parts, if I need to retune anything, this shouldn't affect any timing issues whatsoever because everything is in the nice static blob grid as you're familiar with if you know Melodyne. So let me just go here to the project that I have it in, and that is the Melodyne MPD, the Melodyne program, and you'll see a lot of the same stuff. It will be showing up like this, okay? And so I can come over here to the very beginning of it and start working on it. Okay, so that's what we're getting, and what I need to do is this same method with the actual dry track. So here's the ones that was edited, okay, and I took the edited version. I exported this, the old version of this. I exported it. The way you do that is you click all the clips and you come down here to, I believe it's File, Render, and you can render it to a file, or you can render the clip. If you click down here, there's a Render Clip button, okay, and that's down here. And you can render everything in place, and then you can export just the track that's selected. So if I select this track and load render, I can tell it to only render selected tracks here, okay? So let's do that with a dry version of this, okay? I need to get that out anyway, so let's unhide this, and I'll go ahead and select the track and render it to a file. It's going to be the same sample rate, 24-bit, 4800. And then we're going to do only render selected tracks. I'm going to save this as lead guitar dry. What did I say that other one is? Lead guitar dry needs tuning. We'll just do that. Needs tuned. Okay. We will render that since that's going to be rendered, not exported per se. It's going to render that, and that should be, where did that go to? Let's see, let me try it again. That's going to recordings, exported. Okay, so it's actually going to export instead of render. That's unusual, I think. So we'll go back to exported. Here that is. Let's see if we can hear this. Oh, I know what happened. Let's get rid of that because what we need to do is we got to unmute it or it will not work. So that's today right now. Go ahead and delete this file. Delete that one. Delete file and go back and unmute it. Render it again. Sorry if I'm going too fast for you guys. Select the tracks. Try this again. Lead guitar dry needs tuned, and that should work. There we go. Now I see some waveforms. Okay, that's right here. Now we're going to take this. I'm going to open up Melodyne. It's already open, so I'm going to go ahead and open that file. Now instead of rendered, I'm going to go back to exported. Open that file. And now we have all the things separating. Check that out. Now I'll tell you what I might do. Let's do this before I even tune this here. I want to do this and try it. I want to see if it works. If I export, this is the entire length. I'm going to go ahead and export that, and we're going to export it as, and we're going to call that Melodyne. Edit it. Export it. Save. Now what I want to do is come in here and let's just make a new track. Lead guitar. We'll call it lead guitar Melodyne. Okay. Now let's import that and see if we can actually tune it here without it affecting timing. That would be cool if I could do that, because Melodyne now recognizes it. For what it is. And let's see, the clips. Okay, the clips are what they are here. Let's go ahead and put Melodyne on here. Let it read. We're going to save the project. Go ahead and go to Melodyne. It recognizes it, so let's go ahead and mute this. And I'm going to go ahead and switch to the zoom tool. Get everything here where I can see it. All right. Well, it's double clicking, but it's not doing anything. Let me go ahead and try it again. So Melodyne this, it should be playing. Hold on a second. Let's go back down here. Melodyne. Not showing up. Okay. So let's take this that's not been Melodyne. Very odd that this is doing that. Oh, wait a second. I don't know why. We've got an issue here. Audio input. Yeah, it does not want to play because of some issue that I've got going on here. Let me go ahead and close this out, and I will be right back. Hold on a second. I'm still here. I'm just going to close that out real quick. Okay. Let's reopen that. Let's see if we get the right thing here going. Bear with me. Okay, now we got some audio. Okay, so let's go back to my screen and see if we can Melodyne this. Take this one back off. Pretty confident the way that's showing up now that I should be able to, although this is weird. This may have shown up because there's no distortion. It's a dry track. So I could probably actually tune this and not have to worry about it. But I'm going to be safe rather than sorry. Yeah, it's not playing because I've got it muted. I'm not going to leave that on there. I'm just going to leave it like it is, although for future use. So let's go ahead and start tuning this one here. Let's go back to where we were. And there we go. Get a nice big grid. Now let's go ahead and turn that up. Put the gain up a little bit. Undo that. Like you'll hear what's going on. I can turn it back down to 0 in a minute. See how that's not exactly within this? So pull that up just a little bit. Sounds good. It's odd that you can only do the, there it is. Okay, yeah, let me have this. Okay, let's zoom just a little bit differently here. Make it a little bit smaller. That one exactly. I remember this now. I cut it right there and pull that back down. think this over here, I might have already got that. The cool thing is, if I record this later on and try to reamp it, that's what I'm trying to say. If I record it as a reamp, then and if there's other notes that aren't working just right, I can just completely retune this in that area and then reamp it again if I have to. So that's the good thing about that. I don't have to constantly keep exporting and importing. There's one sharp one. Sounds good. It's weird that this is a high register, is a low note, but it's actually way up here somewhere. Now that feels like it might be moving fast. Let me go back to this. That's a little fast. I don't know if it's going to work on it. A little bit of excited overbend there. That's not good. I can remove that. I wonder if that's in the first one. I don't know if it's in the first one or not. Let's see. Let's keep going. A little high. Okay, that still sounds a little fast for this. I'll only be able to tell the difference here. Let's save that. If it does not work, then I know I can go into Melodyne and fix it later. But let's try it out. Yeah, let's save this. Let's save that as needs tuned. Edited. We'll call it edited here. No, this needs tuned. I can change it later because it still needs tuned. Okay, so that's there. So the only way to do this is to set everything up for a reamp, which will take just a sec here. Go ahead and if I wanted to do the lead guitar, actually, I think I'm just going to wait on that because it's an easy fix if I have to. The other thing I would normally do is, if this doesn't work, what I've tried doing is rendering it out using this little render clip and then replace or render it and then put it on top. Because when you render it, it'll put it on top and you can drag it away. If it renders it and replaces it, then it completely replaces the whole thing. So what I can try then is that hasn't usually worked in Traction. I don't know why, but it's a little finicky. Melodyne is, in my experience. See, right there, that didn't sound right. But let's see what this one sounds like. I guess it is a little. Now that's not good, because if we're getting a delay, then something's not working. Somewhere in the middle here, there's a delay, which I do not like, and that's because of this Melodyne. So what I will have to do is go into Melodyne here and do it from there, I'm guessing. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to work on this, and for now, just want to give you guys an idea of what that would look like and how I'm doing that, because I want to be able to reamp this later with some other effects and things like that. So I'm just going to go in here, kind of like detailed, and do some more precision stuff, and then re-import that as a waveform. If you take this and you just drag it back in here, it will be lined up and it should be tuned perfectly, no problems, okay? So if you'd like to see this solo, it should appear right now at the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching. We shall see you guys later, and God bless, and don't forget to keep creating. Thanks so much.